Hello, all you wonderful Rise of Kingdoms players out there. This is Dragothien here. Today we're going to be talking about what these stats mean. So, I mean, we've had a few videos on this already with testing and showing you how this stuff works. But I wanted to give you a quick and easy way to kind of figure out which stats should you stack for which type of commander and for what purpose. And really the purpose is where we're really going to be getting into this video. So, first off, every type of troop has a particular stat, or a particular set of stats and their strengths. So, for instance, in front of you we have infantry where they have 220 attack, 212 defense, and 216 health. The plus green on the right side is from tech and things like that. If we go to, say, so 220, 212, 216, if we go to, say, Cav, and we do the same thing over here, 220, 217, 222. Now these are the special units, so they have a little bit of an adjustment. And then same thing for archers when we go over here. We do the same thing, 220, 216, 212. So you can tell that really what you want to be looking for is what type of troop you want to use for which purpose. Now, the way to do that, it's not just commanders. Commanders are really what makes a lot of these armies tick and their effectiveness go up, but your foundation is your troops. So for each type of troop you're using on the battlefield, you want to have an expectation of how they're going to perform and in which situations they're best going to perform at. So for instance, and this applies from KVK 1 all the way up until KVK 6, 7, and whatever number you're in now. So Royal Guard, for instance, we're looking at the attack number being 220 plus 226 for the tech bonuses and things like that. Defense 212 plus another 212 for the bonuses, and health 216 plus only 125 for the health. So why is health so much less? Well, health's kind of an important stat, and it's an important stat for a couple reasons, but its main use, guys, is in rallies and garrisons, and I'm going to show you why. So first off, we look at health, and the description of it, it's a little fuzzy, right? Most people read this and they're like, okay, cool, so it helps me stay alive longer. So on a unit's ability to withstand damage is the description. Increase health to survive battles more effectively. You know how we love to be more effective on this channel and more efficient. And then defense, conversely, it says the unit's ability to resist enemy attacks. Increase defense to stay in the fight longer. So what do those two things mean? Defense versus health. And when should you use them? When should you stack them to use them to their best effect? Defense is for smaller fight skirmishes, so open field, canyon, anything that doesn't have to do with a garrison or rally. The reason this is the benefit of defense is because it gives you those resistances on a smaller scale. It's not a long-term fight generally when you're doing open field. Your armies only have a maximum of 310,000 troops unless you're in Heroic Anthem with the bonuses, and that's a whole other story. And you can maybe start transitioning over to health at that point. But defense for a non-rally, non-garrison situation is what you want to stack up most. That's why you see in Canyon, and you know, I can't open the Lost Canyon shop because we don't have it open yet, although we did get our pre-KVK timer in 916, by the way, today. That's why those particular stats are emphasized. You have the Eternal Night gear, which I'll show you really quick, and the Shio's Return. So let's take a peek at those really quick. Eternal Night is right here. Infantry defense. Defense is prevalent. Defense, defense, defense on all the different types of troops. If you go to the shoes with Shio's Return. Defense for the infantry, which is what this is really for. Archer health is not bad, and this is good. One of the better archer pairs of boots until you start getting into the sets. But again, for health, you want to really focus on rallies and garrisons. The reason this is the way it works, when you have a large pool of troops that are getting constantly refreshed, you want to have that health pool whenever you're having the fight go on for a long period of time. If you're talking about the open field fights that are more, I need to make sure that I resist as much damage as possible short term on a quick fight scale, that's why defense is so prevalent. Now, what about attack? When should we really focus on attack? So attack, to me, you want to stack attack on two things. High skill damage commanders, like your Guans, like your Alexes even, or you want to stack them on high normal and counterattack commanders, like Charles, like, I don't know, Attila. That's why you see all these 300 and 20% attack damage stat Attila's running around causing so much havoc is because they've stacked attack like crazy. These new legendary pieces of equipment, especially if you proc, which we did, proc the lance, hot dang, look at that. When you proc that stuff, it is absurd the numbers you can get from an attack standpoint, and those numbers all go into the main formula that calculates the damage. Now, is the damage going to be skill damage or normal damage? That's where you have to kind of figure out your value. But from an attack standpoint, you want to stack attack and then defense if you want to be open field with these marches mostly. If you want to be open field only, canyon focused, defense and attack is where you want to have it at. So your, again, Eternal Knights, your Shios, your non-infantry attack based stuff is not a bad idea to stack up, right? Then we start talking about garrisons and rallies. Those are the longer term battles. Those are the ones that have 1 million, 2 million, 2.5 million troops in them that are reinforced on both sides. That's where your health starts to really shine on the battlefield. The high health, high attack. So defense is a good baseline if you have just regular defense for those rallies and garrisons, but you want to stack attack and health for your rallies. That's why those Attilas out there have all those stacked attack bonuses, and then anything health related, like a procced gladiator, I think is what it is, right? Let me take a peek. I'll show you. So this one right here, you have proc gladiator with the plus health bonus for cav. Proc rifle here, 26% cav attack. That's critical. Cav attack for the abyssal visage. Cav defense is on the Dark Lord's blessing, but you can start upgrading to maybe some of the other Shadow Lord's retribution. I think that's defense as well, but you get my drift. You want to stack health and attack on your ralliers, and you want to stack defense and attack on your open field commanders. So that's kind of where my general rule of thumb is, because I've gotten a lot of questions with the equipment system being so prevalent nowadays and really making the difference on the battlefield in Osiris League and certainly in KBK, being able to really cause maximum damage. You want to stack the right kinds of stats for the right situation. If you're an open field guy and a canyon guy, stack attack and defense. If you're a rallier, garrison type commander, or player, and you really focus on those items, you want to stack attack and health. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been very short and sweet. I want to just get the information out there because literally every day 10-15 people message me asking this very question, and it's a very simple one, but it's hard to go into because it's still kind of fuzzy, right? Like, we don't know the formula, so we can't really sit there and say, okay, this gives you this much damage, this gives you this much survivability. But just from testing and from using these pieces of equipment and stacking stuff for different situations, these are the conclusions pretty much everybody has came to that has done this kind of testing. Health is for your long-term battles like rallies and garrisons. Defense, stacking, is for your open field skirmishes and canyon setups. So hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one. Take care.